said, turn on your window, let me down your baby thing. It's 4th of July in New York City, and now fireworks all around. They're drinking beer up in the Bronx, but you never know what's going on in Chinatown. The Upper East Side is all deserted because they have houses at the beach. But they're hanging out in Harlem, and then you can really feel the heat. So baby, go there. You gotta make it feel the same. Turn on your window, tell me I'm your favorite man. Cause the city eats a man alive. You'll never survive. Now I'm down with an anchor tattooed on his right hand. The same as the boat spent the last 20 years on land. Now we play with children in a fire fountain complete. 70 miles down the curve, he's now captain of the street. But when you're living down in the village with all his lights and queens, Independence Day, just like in the days, sing so baby on going on there. Who make me believe the things you said? Turn on your window, and tell me I'm your favorite man. Making love on cool white sheets, and I can really feel the heat. I can really feel the heat. Oh, make me feel your heat, baby. Oh, I can really feel your heat. I can really feel your heat. Every time, every time, every time, every time, every time, every time, every time. Your lips clean my
There you go, people. That's my buddy, my friend and colleague, Alster Haley. I go way back with him, man. He's got a great video on that tune that we just did, and I just kind of sang along with him. I hope it didn't sound too bad, but I love that tune, and we did that back in the mid '70s or maybe 76, 75, 76, somewhere in there. And that, to me, that's been an anthem for the 4th of July every year since. We go way back, man. We traveled together. We hung out together. We ate and drank and partied, and hot tubbed and all kinds of crazy wild things back then and there. You know, I invested in an album that he did. He invested in a picture that I was working on. He's just been a real good buddy. As a matter of fact, he ended up marrying my second wife, and then of course after I was married too, and then they had a son. So I have a son by her. She has a son by her. Great guys. These wonderful kids, and now they're all grown. They got kids. I mean, what do you know? It's how it goes. This is life. So you can go check him out on YouTube, man. He's got a lot of stuff up there. He's got a new album coming out. I think it's called After Spirit. He was originally with Spirit, the band Spirit. So that's Alster Haley. And we used to live in the same place. It was called Villa Valentino. It was on Highland Avenue in Hollywood. And it was all artists and musicians and writers, and I don't know how we all ended up there, but I had been renting one of the guys who was living there had to sublet to me his house up in Laurel Canyon, and back in the weird days of Laurel Canyon, I was living right across the street from David Carradine in his boxcar Bertha era. So that the thing about that was in Villa Valentino. Everybody thought that for a long time that Valentino lived there, but he never lived there. That was actually built by a Danish photographer, I think, to do his pictures. But the thing about it was built on an artesian spring, and Valentino did hang out there. Oddly enough, when he first got to L.A., he worked as an exercise boy for the Beechwood stables up in Beechwood Canyon, above Hollywood. His father was a cavalry officer in the Italian military, and so he was around horses his entire life. He used to bring the horses down. There was an artesian spring right in the middle of this place, the Villa Valentino, that they ended up building a fountain around. And he'd bring the horses down there to water them. Now, this is a pretty eerie story right here. When I first moved in there, the first day I was there, a little girl comes up to me, and she said, "Did you see him?" I said, "Did I see who?" "Rudy." "Rudy?" Yeah, Rudy. He's here. He was looking right at you. He was sitting up on the wall in the back. And I said, "Oh, I didn't know." "Well, next time he shows up, tell me, And that little girl was named Jennifer Levin. And I don't know if that name sounds familiar to you, but she was murdered by Robert Chambers in Central Park. It was called the Preppy Murder. The really bizarre thing about it is, when Valentino first came to the United States, he worked as a gardener for his uncle or his cousin or something. And he tended the rose garden in Central Park. And when they found her body after Chambers had strangled her, it was in the place where the garden had been. And that just blew my mind. And there were so many other things around it. And she was the sweetest. I just loved Jennifer. She was just a beautiful girl. She lived there with her mom, Ellen, and her other daughter, Danielle. This way. My director, my boss, just told me I had to move. I was kind of off camera there. I hope I'm back on. In any event, that's just one of those macabre stories that just happens to be a strange happenstance. And there's so many more. I was writing a book. I've been working on a book for a long time about it. It's called Jen and Me by Rudy V. There's so many other coincidences. As a matter of fact, there's a picture of the two of them, Jennifer and Rudolph Valentino. And when they're side by side with each other, they look like the same person. It's really weird. I know it sounds real strange, but it's a mind blower. That whole thing was a mind blower. That whole era, what a mess that was. Anyway, that's my buddy Al. I'm going to cover that tune to finish the album too. That's going to be one of the tunes that I'm going to use in my album, Too Old to Be Too Good, because that's pretty much where we both are at this point. Anyway, I talked to him the other day. He gave me the permission to use that song and to actually play it now. And I don't think he knew I was going to sing along with it. What the heck? I always sang along with the guy anyway. I actually, the first singing job that I had was I sang backgrounds on another tune of his called Don't Go Looking for Love. Don't you go looking for love. Yes, it's a great tune. Anyway, I'm gonna grab myself a little water here. Okay, what's next is, since it's summertime, it's the holiday, it's 4th of July, right? And, the summer's officially on now. People have got to take care of yourselves. Watch it out there. Watch out for currents and riptides and sharks. And, man, it's just amazing, everything that you're supposed to watch out. What happened, when I was a kid, I must have been really stupid because I didn't pay any attention to any of that stuff. I swam where I wanted and went where I wanted. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's gotten worse, but maybe just people are hyper. What do you think, honey?
I think it's weird.
My director over here, you think it's weird?
Yeah.
That these things are happening?
Yeah.
You think it's end times?
Well, I know it's.
Oh, you see, yeah, really.
Make sure you're on the right side.
Yeah, right. You want to be on the right side of the end times, people. You know what I mean? If you haven't read Revelation, you might want to pick it up. I'll give you a clue. So we're going to get on with some more of this stuff, and I'm going to run a couple of them maybe in a row here. Let me see what I got. Let's see what we got here.
Can you turn it up a little bit?
I am going to turn it up a little bit. I got to turn it up. Oh, that's the wrong up. That's up. Okay, great. Okay, we got a couple of goodies right here. Now, this song was actually written by the Lovin' Spoonful, and but Joe Cocker did a cover of it. So what I'm going to do is closer to what he did, although it's going to be what I do, which ain't quite the same, but it's in the neighborhood, and I hope you enjoy it. So. Hot town, summer in the city, back of my neck feeling dirty and gritty. Been down in nitty bitty, doesn't seem to be a shadow in the city. All around, people looking half dead, walking on the sidewalk, hotter than a match head. In the night, different world, go out and find a girl. Come on, and dance all night. Despite the heat, it'll be alright. In the Bay, don't do a city today. It'll be like the nights in the summer, in the city, in the summer, in the city. Cool down, evening in the city, dressed so fine, looking so pretty. Cool tad, looking for a kitty, gonna look in every corner of the city. Till I'm listening up the bus stop, running up the stairs, trying to get a rooftop. But at night it's a different world. Go out and find a girl. Come on, let's dance all night. Despite the heat, it'll be alright. And baby, don't you know it's a pity the day won't be like the nights in the summer, in the city, in the summer, in the city. Okay, well, there you go again. I always miss this thing, man. How we doing on time, Mom?
You got 15.
15? Wow, that's another lifetime. Anyway, is anybody out there?
Linda Betty's there.
Linda Fetty. Hey, Linda. Happy 4th of July. How are you doing? Were we supposed to send her something else? I don't know. She cops all the stuff that we got going on. I don't know where everybody else is. Anyway, doesn't much matter. They'll show up sooner or later. Well, shifting gears a little bit. Like I said, summer's my favorite time of the year. It really is. I love the heat. That was kind of my motto. When the heat's in the kitchen, turn it up. I like that. I like the sweat, man. It's like, I just like it. I liked it. I always liked it. Maybe not too much. I mean, when I was playing football, when you're swimming in your shoulder pads, it's kind of weird. I think when I played ball, I used to probably lose about 20 pounds a day every time I played. I'd have to eat 5 meals. I was eating like 15,000 calories a day just to keep my weight. I had a very high metabolism. I don't have that problem so much anymore. Things kind of slow down. So what's going on out there? Anybody out there? You having fun? It's the 4th of July. I know everybody's at the barbecue. They're eating a lot of stuff that's really not good for them. But hey, who am I? I personally don't eat that stuff. If it's got a face, it's not something that's probably going to find my plate. Maybe a fish. That's not much of a face, really. Unless you're watching Dory. But that's a cartoon face anyway. And I don't eat cartoons. I don't care what anybody says. Okay? Anyway, I'm going to change pace a little bit. Got another tune here. This one's a lot different than the last one, so I hope you enjoy it. Came blowing in from across the sea. It lingered there to touch your hair and walk with me. All summer long we sang a song as we strode that golden sand. Two sweethearts and the summer wind, like painted kites, those days and nights they went flying by. The world was new beneath a blue umbrella sky. Softer than a piper man, one day called you. I lost you to that summer wind. The autumn wind and the winter wind, they have come and gone. Still the days, those lonely days, they go on and on. And guess who sighed his lullaby through nights that never end? My fickle friend, summer wind, warm that song like Francis Albert. Right?
That's right.
Man, Frank.
Tell them about the show you have with Marty.
Hey, that's right. We're doing our show. I started working with Marty again. Martin Schwartz, my piano guy, my main man, Marty. We're going to do a new version of Once More Frankly, which I do a lot of his tunes. You know, we actually were doing it for hospitals and you know, different. Oh boy, you know the problem was I never hit that. I just did those two tunes without any reverb. Boy, that's gonna sound weird. Anyway, yeah, we're doing it again. We're doing Once More Frankly again. So that'll be out there. We you know, once again looking for nursing homes and hospitals and, you know, places, concerts to be able to do that. You know, do some of my Frank. Frank was a buddy of mine. You know, I met him a few times. He was a good friend. He gave me a lot of good advice. Anyway, how's it sounding out there, people? Linda, what does it sound like? Sound like anything? Anyway. Okay, there it was. Now, can anybody name that tune? Wow. Can anybody name that tune? Boy, Nan, you're supposed to remind me to hit that switch. Wow. Well, you know, we've been away from this now for about 2-3 weeks. So get a little bit out of
Tell 'em
practice.
what we've been doing.
Yeah, what we've been doing is over the last 2 weeks, we shot a pilot for a series called Black Poetry. It's written by Stuart Thomas and it's produced by Seeley Productions. That's my buddy Chandler McZorn, who's also in it. And stars Trey Cheney and one of my actresses who I've trained, Misha G. And wait till you get a load of this one. This is it. Her and her sister, Paulina, are just dynamite. They're beautiful, talented, sweet, good people. And, you know, really good actresses. I mean, they did Supper with Ja with us, and they've been with us now for a couple of years.
And Trey's on the wall.
And Trey, you may know from Trey Cheney from The Wire, or if you watch this new series, We Own This City. Yeah, it's quite a deal, and I guess it'll be out sometime later this fall. We've got we had great company, great production, fantastic shooter, man. I worked with Rashid Hewitt, wonderful guy. Boy, we really turned out some shots. So it's going to be. I think it's going to be good, and we're looking forward to getting into going full scale on it. Of course, we still got, you know, we got our merchandise back here that we could sure love to have people pick up. You know, we got our shirts and we got starter packs and fan packs and things like that. So anybody out there, you know, you're welcome to pick them up. You pick us up, it certainly would help. What? You got 5 minutes? Uh-oh, here we go. All right. Now this tune is something that I believe Eddie and the Cruisers was based on. And but anyway, this guy's life and death. Ready? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna fall first and I'm gonna pay fire about working all summer just to try and earn a dollar. Well, the time I called my baby, tried to get a date, my boss said,
No doubt, son, you got a worldly need.
sometime I wonder what I'm gonna do. There ain't no summertime blues. No, there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. Hey! Yeah, there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. Yeah! Hey, that about wraps us, doesn't it? I got what? 2 minutes? I still got 2 minutes? Wow. Well, listen, everybody, you can contact us on our website, williegilly.music or williegilly.com. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us are we on the other one? What's the other one? Instagram. You can find us in a whole bunch of places. You can send us email, nan@williegilly.com, david@williegilly.com. You can go and check out my stuff, Go to Willie Gilly Music and check out, connect with my street team, man. You want to be on a street team, you get all kinds of stuff. Has all kinds of benefits. And we're going to be getting back out there. I'm putting together a new unit, and we're going to get back out on the street and start playing live. Anyway, thanks for showing up. Anybody that did, God bless you all on this 4th of July. Be safe. Don't blow away any fingers or hands or any of that stuff with fireworks.
Watch out for sharks.
Watch out for sharks. We're going to put together our care package for the Supreme Court. It's a box full of hangers, a pool raft, and a bulletproof vest. So we hope they get the message, and I hope you get the message, because they may be working for somebody, but it might not be us. Anyway, adios for everything. God bless you all.